Why did the investor bring his Bible to the stock market? Because he needed a little divine intervention to make sure his stocks didn't plummet. Welcome to our channel where we discuss wealth building from a unique perspective, the biblical way. First, let's address a common misconception. The Bible does not condemn wealth. Yes, you heard that right. In fact, it encourages us to be good stewards of the resources bestowed upon us. It's not about the wealth itself, but how we acquire it and what we do with it that matters. Take a look at Proverbs 13:22, for instance. It says, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children." This verse implies long-term financial planning, saving, and investing. It's about creating generational wealth, not just for immediate satisfaction, but for the future too. Then there's the parable of the talents in Matthew 25, verses 14 to 30. Here, Jesus tells a story of a master who entrusts his servants with his wealth according to their abilities. The two servants who wisely invest and multiply their share are praised, while the one who does nothing with his share is reprimanded. What does this tell us? It's a clear endorsement of responsible financial management and growth. It's not just about accumulating wealth, but using it wisely and productively. It's about stewardship. But remember, while the Bible offers principles for wealth creation, it also warns against the love of money, which can lead to greed and all kinds of evil. It's a balance, really. A call to be diligent, wise, and productive, but also generous, content, and not overly attached to material possessions. So, wealth is not inherently evil. It's a tool, a resource. Used wisely, it can provide for families, create opportunities, and be a blessing to others. Misused, it can lead to downfall and destruction. As we can see, the Bible sets a strong foundation for wealth creation, but it's all about how we manage it. Now that we've established the biblical basis for wealth, let's delve into the stewardship mindset. What does it mean to be a steward? Picture yourself as a caretaker, a guardian, if you will, of the resources you've been given. In this context, we're talking about wealth, but let's expand that idea. Wealth isn't just the money in your bank account or the assets you possess. It encompasses your time, your talents, your abilities, and yes, your money too. Stewardship is about recognizing that everything we have is entrusted to us by God. We don't truly own anything, not in the ultimate sense. We're caretakers, stewards of the resources God has given us. This is a profound shift in perspective, one that can transform our approach to wealth and its accumulation. So what does this stewardship mindset look like in practice? Well, it's about responsible management of resources. It's about being wise and thoughtful in how we use what we've been given. It's about investing wisely, saving diligently, and spending judiciously. It's about making choices that reflect our understanding of the true source of our wealth and our responsibility to use it well. But it's not just about what we do with our resources. It's also about our attitude. A stewardship mindset fosters gratitude, contentment, and generosity. It helps us resist the lure of greed and materialism. It encourages us to value relationships and experiences over possessions, and to use our resources in ways that benefit others as well as ourselves. In essence, the stewardship mindset is about aligning our financial practices with our spiritual values. It's about living in a way that reflects our understanding of God's generosity and our responsibility to be generous in return. It's about seeking to honor God in all we do, including how we manage our wealth. Remember, we're not the ultimate owners of our wealth. We're stewards. So let's strive to be good ones. Let's aim to use our resources in ways that reflect our gratitude for God's generosity, our awareness of our responsibility, and our desire to make a positive impact in the world. Now let's get practical. How can we manage our resources in a godly way? The first step to practical financial planning is developing a budget. A budget is an invaluable tool that gives you control over your finances. Think of it as a roadmap, guiding you towards financial health and wealth. Budgeting isn't about limiting your freedom. Rather, it's about making your money work efficiently for you. In the book of Proverbs, it is written, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." So let's plan diligently. Next, we have saving. Saving is a crucial element of financial planning. It's about delaying gratification today for a secure tomorrow. This aligns with the biblical principle of self-control. Proverbs says, "A fool spends all he has, but the wise save for the future." Saving isn't just about putting money aside, it's about cultivating the discipline to protect your future. Investing is another key aspect of financial planning. It's not just about growing your wealth, but also about stewarding your resources wisely. Remember the parable of the talents? The servants who invested their master's money and made a profit were commended. Investing wisely is an act of good stewardship. Lastly, managing debt. Borrowing isn't inherently evil, but the Bible warns against excessive debt and surety. The book of Proverbs tells us, "The borrower is slave to the lender." It's important to avoid unnecessary debt and to have a plan to pay off any existing debts. This is part of wise financial management. Financial planning isn't just about numbers. It's about making wise and prudent decisions. It's about stewardship, self-control, and wisdom. It's about living in a way that honors God and benefits you and those around you. Remember, the blessing of the Lord brings wealth without painful toil for it. So let's strive to manage our resources in a way that brings blessing and not pain. Financial planning isn't just about numbers. It's about making wise and prudent decisions. We've talked about managing wealth, but how do we acquire it? The Bible has a lot to say about work. Let's dive into the biblical perspective on work. It's clear that the scriptures value diligence and excellence in our professional pursuits. Proverbs 22 verse 29 states, "Do you see someone skilled in their work? They will serve before kings. They will not serve before obscure men." This suggests that proficiency and mastery in our chosen fields can lead to recognition and opportunities that contribute to wealth creation. However, hard work alone isn't enough. The Bible also emphasizes the importance of integrity in our work. In the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 23, we find the instruction, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." This verse is a powerful reminder that our work isn't just a means to an end, but an act of service. This perspective shifts our motivation from merely gaining wealth to doing our best because we are ultimately accountable to a higher authority. In the pursuit of wealth, we must be cautious not to compromise our integrity for short-term gains. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 1 warns, "A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight." This scripture underscores the importance of honesty and fairness in business dealings. Moreover, the Bible encourages us to respect and value the work of others. In the first letter to Timothy chapter 5 verse 18 it says, "The laborer deserves his wages." This principle is fundamental in ensuring fair trade and economic justice, both of which contribute to a healthy and prosperous society. So, as we strive to build wealth, let's remember that our work is more than just a paycheck. It's an opportunity to serve, to grow, and to create value for others. It's through this lens that we can truly understand the biblical view of work. Wealth isn't just about what we earn, but how we earn it. We've talked a lot about wealth today, but remember, our greatest wealth is in our community. That's you. As we've journeyed through biblical teachings, we've explored how to build wealth God's way. We've learned to view our resources as a responsibility entrusted to us and discovered how to manage them wisely. But this journey is far from over. It's an ongoing process of learning, of growing, and of walking in faith every single day. And we want you to be part of it. You see, this channel isn't just about sharing knowledge, it's about creating a community of people who are passionate about managing their resources in a way that honors God. If you've found value in this video, if you've learned something new, or if it's sparked a fresh perspective, then we invite you to join our community. How? It's simple. Just hit the subscribe button. By subscribing, you become part of a community that's committed to building wealth God's way. You get to stay updated with our latest content and join in the conversation. But that's not all. If you want to show your support, if you want to help us reach more people, then we ask you to also hit the like button. Each like helps us extend our reach and share these principles with more people. And finally, the notification bell. By clicking on it, you'll be notified every time we release a new video. It's like getting a personal invitation to join us in exploring new ways to build wealth, responsibly and faithfully. So let's do this together. Let's learn, grow, and walk this path of stewardship together. Let's build wealth God's way. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's continue this journey to wealth building God's way together.